me out. Until the video paused and messed up, I was kind of underlining and looking at things with you.
You probably got more.
Well, that's okay. That's okay. But
No,
what
I
just want to kind of show you some particulars.
What does the underlines mean?
The underlines mean we've heard this before.
In the other story?
Yes, in the other story. So, and you don't have to have everything I have, but I'm just showing you like what my thinking looks like as I'm listening to this song. Or, not song. Poem. Okay, so listen, children, as you shall hear the midnight ride of Paul Revere on the 18th of April in 75. Well, that's the same date that I heard in the last story, April 18th, 1775. So I've underlined that because I've heard that before. Hardly a man who is now alive who remembers the famous date and year. He said to his friends, if the British march by land or sea to town tonight, hang a lantern aloft the belfry arch. Okay, so we heard that he already knew that he told somebody to hang lanterns, so that's why I'm underlining that. Then it goes on to say one lantern if they're coming by land, one lantern, two lanterns if they're coming by sea. I've underlined that. Now, ready to ride and spread the alarm. He's ready to go. We know that. What's he going to do? He's going to go and tell everybody that the British are coming. We know that. Then the next stanza, it says, then he said good night, and with a muffled oar, we know that, he muffled his paddle with that petticoat, silently rowed to the Charleston shore just as the moon rose over the bay. Well, I know that. He's rowing in the middle of the night. Now, new information, the Somerset, a British man of war, a phantom ship. I didn't know that that was the name of the boat.
No one did.
So it didn't tell us that in the last story, but it gave us that information in this story, so that's why I put a star by it, because I didn't know that until just now. Do you see my thinking here? If I already know it, or if it's familiar to me, I'm just going to go through. But something new that pokes out, well, that's what I'm pitting a star by, because it's sparking my interest.
The one on the other side should be easy on the last sentence.
Yeah.
Could the dog.
Right, yeah. So I'm not going to go through every single thing, but I am going to point out some things that I think are important that we note, okay? In the stanza at the bottom of the next column, it tells us his feelings here. It says that he is impatient to mount and ride. I didn't know in the other story that Paul felt impatient, so I put a star by that. Because I didn't know he's impatient to go on his trip, bless you, or to go on his ride. Like, he's ready to go. And then it said booted and spurred with a heavy stride. Well, I knew he had his spurs on because the other story told us he sent his dog to go get him. So I've underlined spurred. Okay? Thumbs up when you're with me on this. If I got a star by it or have underlined it, you need to do the same because you're going to need this information later.
I have some stuff that you didn't know.
That's good. That's fine. Okay? I'm just pointing out some things that I know that we need to talk about later because we're about to map out his ride on the map.
Oh, yeah.
So, well, baby, 1775. He's not still alive. No.
It's 2020 today.
Well, what that means is there's nobody who is still alive who was alive the same night that Paul Revere went on his ride.
It means they're in the day.
Because this poem, if we looked on the YouTube video link, it told us his Henry Wadsworth's birthday. Let me see.
We could celebrate his birthday when it's his birthday.
Well, it doesn't tell us his birthday, but I guess it tells us his year of birth and death, and it was like 18 something. Curran. All right, what I want you to notice is this kind of just again tells us like how the ride's going. But what I want you to notice is that right here around line 89, 88, it was 12 o'clock by the village clock when he went to Medford. Then it tells us it was 1 o'clock when he galloped into Lexington. Then it tells us it was 2 o'clock when he got to Concord. Y'all, the other story didn't tell us any specific time